are a giving few who dedicate their time to improving the lives of others. These are the people behind nonprofit organizations. So what happens when a pandemic hits and they too have to change the way they operate? Shatanya Clark and photojournalist Brandon Cooper show us how some had to learn, just like everyone else, to adapt to the changes of what many still refer to as unprecedented times.
It was scary because everything was unknown.
It's been 1 year since Wichita County had its first case of the coronavirus.
The patient is a 64-year-old Wichita County resident who traveled to Budapest in Hungary.
Since then, many have had to make changes to slow the spread of the virus. But with these changes, many suffered financially, and nonprofits like the Backdoor Theater were left to develop a game plan to keep its mission alive.
We had a production running. It was our first show of 2020. And we had a cast of about 25 people, and we knew that it had hit America by then, and Broadway was beginning to shut down and close its doors, and we knew that we really needed to take steps to do our part.
The theater, which celebrates its 50th anniversary this year, canceled its last performance of Oliver and other events they had lined up.
A big portion of Backdoor Theater's budget comes from ticket sales to the performances, so with that out of the way and not being a form of income or revenue, we kind of scrambled to figure out what to do next.
Jessica Woods says since the hit of COVID-19, patrons have donated, but they, like many other nonprofits, had to get creative in how they could make money.
In early July last year, we had a telethon, which raised some funds, which was amazing, and it really helped us feel more secure for the rest of the year. And then a week later, we had a flood.
And of course, that set them back even further. Carter Wallace says while they were very fortunate to have a little bit of cash in the bank, they still needed operational funds.
Though we have a small staff, we still needed, funds to pay the staff. And so we looked into what other resources were available.
Wallace says that is when they looked into SBA loans as well as grant opportunities. But with so many nonprofits facing the same predicament with very little knowledge of how to adjust, places like the Center for Nonprofit Management and Leadership was very useful.
Many of our nonprofits had to cancel fundraising events, so fundraising was a very critical concern. And we brought in a speaker who did a webinar of how to fundraise during a crisis.
We had anticipated being able to safely reopen in the fall of last year, looking at shows and opportunities with our theater school and doing shows on the main stage and the dinner stage safely.
Woods says when that didn't go as planned, they looked at other options.
One thing that we wound up doing with our theater school was going virtual and looking at virtual options. And we also held a virtual Christmas concert for the first time ever. So it's really forced our hand to think outside of the box.
1 year later, and Backdoor Theater, as well as hundreds of area nonprofits, are still feeling the effects of the virus. But lessons can be learned from this tumultuous ordeal.
I think it's really made them extremely aware of how proactive they need to be when it comes to their financials and having more cash on hand and having reserves available.
Despite the many setbacks they faced this past year, Wallace and Wood say the hope is to continue to be an outlet of creativity.
It's time for us to really look forward towards the future, and we're excited to eventually reopen.
Shatanya Clark, KFDX 3 News.